If you feel like your hometown friends suck, it actually means something incredibly good is happening to you. How can that be true? You have spent 18 to 22 of your years alive in the same place. You've made memories with the same group of people that you feel so close to. And suddenly you begin to realize that you're not really as interested in the things that these people are interested in. You're not as passionate about getting fucked and drinking milk and having a happy dad seltzer. Instead, you want to create art, or you want to take photos, or when I don't take the piss out of things, you just want to have a good time without having to be a degenerate. Right? Or am I wrong? And for a lot of us that do grow up in hometowns, the only thing to do is be a degenerate because we've done everything else there is to do. We spent, our first couple of years going to all the playgrounds and all the parks. Then when we were in elementary school, we played all the sports. And then in middle school, we did all the rizzing on Kick Messenger and Instagram. And then in high school, well, we started to flirt with degeneracy. And look what we have here. Growing distant from your childhood/hometown friends is difficult because these are the people you spent so much time with, and to suddenly realize that you don't really fit in with them anymore is crushing. When I moved to Athens, Georgia to go to the University of Georgia, go Dogs, woof woof, I already knew that this was going to happen. I had already seen 3 high school friend groups self-destruct in a matter of months. And I could imagine that me not being home with my friends, well, I wasn't going to have the same things to talk about. I was hopeful. I kept in touch with a lot of my friends. But to be completely honest with you, when I got back home to Palatine, Illinois, a lot of my friends and I just didn't have much to talk about. Now, have I lived a bunch of experiences that would have been cool to talk about? Absolutely. But the difference between a hometown friend and a real friend that genuinely cares about you is they want you to change. A real friend loves when you change, loves when you explore, loves when you find new things to do and find a purpose and feel good about yourself. Your hometown friends don't care. They don't. You are an activity. You are someone who grew up around them. And don't get it twisted. Not all of your hometown friends are bad. Actually, probably a good portion of your hometown friends are great. You just haven't made the effort to establish a relationship one-on-one. And when you do that, you'd be surprised as to what you can learn about these people. But hometown friends create a hometown bubble. And a hometown bubble is dangerous. It's very dangerous. It gives you a false sense of security, and it gives you a false reality of what the world looks like and what people value. That's why if you are itching to get away from your hometown friends, it means you need to leave your hometown. It means you need to go somewhere. If you can. And if you can't, you got to stack up the money to leave. Truly. There was a period in my life where I was in community college for roughly 1 year. It was during COVID. And during that time, all of my friends left. They all went to college, basically. And I was left alone in my hometown. And that made me realize truly how many friends I had in my hometown. Not many. And it made me want to leave. It made me want to go somewhere where every day was going to be a challenge. Every day was going to be weird, uncomfortable, but it was going to be great. And if you feel like you're growing distant from your hometown, you need to leave. Simple as that. Your hometown friends, unfortunately, will always view you through the lens that they were brought up in. And unless they themselves go and change and do something and leave, they might really appreciate who you are. There's also a very good chance that when they leave and come back, they'll view you the same because your hometown is your hometown. And you were that guy in high school that was super funny, and you were that guy in high school that no one took seriously. You were the football player. You're not a stockbroker. So if you're feeling that sentiment, I want you to think of who are the people you want to surround yourself with. Because your hometown bubble will only do you so good. And you're going to miss it. That's the truth. Even when you leave, you're going to miss it. You're going to want to come back one day. But it won't be the same. Because once you change, you see a side of people, you see a side of life that is so beautiful. There is so much more than your hometown out there, and I hope you know that. I love you. Zerky Show. Keep it locked in. And if you want to leave your hometown, go. Go explore. There's so much to this world.